So we're going to talk about Derrick Jaxn.
Yeah.
Against your will. Okay, but this is why
individual.
This is why I have to do it, right? Okay. So I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Carla.
Oh, what up, Carla?
Because she literally texted me and she's like, you got to talk about Derrick Jaxn on your podcast. And I'm like, who's Derrick Jaxn? So then she was mad and she's like, I'm pulling your black card. Why don't you know? Da-da-da. And like going off on me, right? And I'm like, looked him up.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's like some huge relationship guru. And I don't think it has anything to do with like color or culture. I just don't get into that self-help advice shit. Okay. I just don't. Yeah. And like, I remember like...
It's fun to listen to sometimes, but...
It really isn't. It's like half the shit they're saying is common sense.
Yes.
To me. Mm-hmm. And then, but I had a friend that got mad at me a few years back because I didn't know who Joel Osteen was. And he's white. I just don't do the relationship advice guru stuff.
But he's more like isn't he a pastor? He's a pastor down in Texas.
I mean, but it's kind of the same thing. Like relationship, like get your life right. This is how you find a man. Like it's all kind of the same. Don't you think?
Well, okay, so me, I'm a... You know me, I love Jesus. So from Joel Osteen perspective, I don't really, all I know is he has that mega church in Texas somewhere.
But he feels more like a life coach to me.
Yeah, he might be, I really don't know. I'm going to have to talk to a Joel Osteen fan.
I know a bunch of them.
There you go.
But like they're all, like the stuff that he says, it's more about like quality of life, making smart decisions. Right. And of course, quality of life and smart decisions definitely play into your relationship with God.
Most definitely.
So I get it. But yeah, no, I don't do that. I just like, it's just me and God. Like, I don't need you. I don't need your advice on how to I don't.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, back to Derrick Jaxn.
DJ.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out why everybody's so upset. I'm late to the party.
Me too.
But here we are.
Yes.
But you didn't know who he was either. Can you
Yeah, I'll tell you. So
have my back on that?
I think this might have been I think everything would happen like a couple of weeks ago. So I remember I was doing my little morning jog, and had the headphones on.
Are you trying to create a sexy scenario here? You're like, I was doing my little morning jog and had my earphones on.
If you find a jog sexy, then I don't know. No, but I remember I was jogging, YouTube playing in my ears, and I think the Breakfast Club was talking about Donkey of the Day, and they came up with Derrick Jaxn. They played the clip, and I was just like, "What? Who is this Derrick Jaxn guy?" And so then I found out. So yeah, I was just like, "Huh? This dude just got caught, hypocrite. Got caught, and I think a lot of people were upset because his wife appeared on the interview." Or whatever it was. I don't think it was an interview. I think it was a video, videotaping or something. Anywho, so she was on there looking like she was looking. And I think people were, that? Well, I mean, she just looked, he was kind of.
Looking like she was looking.
He looked not dressed up, but he looked like he was ready for the camera. And it looked like he might have just grabbed her, in the middle of the morning and said, "Hey, babe, I need you to come on here with me right quick." I'll spill the beans.
That's honestly kind of why I kind of got interested in this story, because she got so much backlash, Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, I have so many friends that were like, oh, that's my ideal kind of man. If I had him, if that was my man,
don't idolize men. Don't idolize people.
Exactly.
It's biblical, man.
Exactly. I'm not even going to be like that chick that's like, he's not that cute. But maybe I feel like that because I mean, he's just a man, right?
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, why is his relationship advice so much better than anybody else's?
Well, I think So I don't know. So we don't really know too much about him, but it seemed like he had a huge following, and the reputation he built, from what I've heard, in a couple of this, So again, just a few of the snippets I've seen, he was giving advice to women, like if your dude does this or if he doesn't do that, then you need to either get rid of him or he's trash or something crazy. So basically, he's giving all this good relationship advice. He's been giving this good, no, Lord Jesus, that good word still come out of my mouth.
Good.
He's giving, he was giving relationship advice that
he was
people
giving
were
some.
he was giving some good too. Yeah, he was giving this relationship advice, and I guess a lot of women really tuned into him and, followed this dude like he was the Messiah or something, and found out like, he was dipping. So he was no better than the dudes he was critiquing.
But that's my point, though. Like, that's why we should be listening to him even more. Like, I'm confused why people are like, oh, I want a perfect dude to give me advice. Pimps give the best advice. I feel like if somebody's gonna tell you this is how you avoid a pimp, shouldn't they be a pimp? Like, for real. Like, do you really want
or have been a pimp?
Or something, right? Like, do you really want the nice guy that's like, you make sure he brings you flowers? You're like, dude.
But that's kind of what he was talking like. He was talking like he was not perfect, but he was talking to like he wasn't that dude anymore.
But perfect people, don't they drive you crazy? They're the most self-righteous.
And that was like, from what I've heard, that was like the fluster, that's why everybody got flustered. So the dudes were like, see, I done told y'all this dude was talking smack, putting his stuff out there on the lines. And he's doing the same thing the whole time. And he's married with the wife, but keeping this all on the down low.
But that's my
point. From the women's standpoint.
He's like, here's what to look for. And it's me.
Well, in hindsight, yeah, but while he was making all those recordings, he wasn't talking about it from, like, learn from my experience.
I get that, though. But here's the thing. It's 2021. Mm-hmm. It's not 1960. It's not even 1985. It's 2021.
Yes.
And how many of the people that we look up to have cheated? Like, some of the most well-respected, most attractive men cheat.
Yes.
So it's like, if they're telling you what to look for, they're basically doing you a favor.
Well, they are, but it's almost like, so in psychology, there's a term, it's called reaction formation. So
you can get your doctor shit on with me.
Yeah, the person who, like, what do they say? The person who protests too much kind of got to watch out. So they would say that back in the day, so they would use like an example of somebody who's outspoken, like so outspoken against what they call it, the LGBTQ community, so outspoken against that community.
They're probably on the DL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't mess with kids.
Yeah.
How are they messing with kids? So the same thing, it seems like to me, Derrick Jaxn, DJ, he was saying, don't do this, don't do that, because that's what he was doing.
That's a weird...
So in hindsight, now, you make a good point, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the weird thing about it to me. Like, do you want to go and get... Like, would you get your vaccination from a company that is their first vaccination ever? Like, are you going to go and have somebody cater your party that's never catered a party? Like, actually, if you're going to be an expert on something, you got to do the damn thing, right? Like, you can't, these perfectionists, these perfect people, do we really want them telling us what mistakes not to make?
Yeah, but I don't think it's so much from being a perfect person. Now, probably some people really thought he was like this perfect, quote unquote, perfect person. So I see that if you're going from that standpoint, then you realize he's human. Except that he's human.
Amen. He is.
And he is. So that's actually a good point. Now, the thing though is, when you just argue so much, you know, it almost seemed like at times he was like really vehement about like dudes who could not appreciate their woman.
Okay.
And then he's married doing the same thing.
Oh,
while he's giving this advice. So I'm like, dude.
Yeah. And that, okay, like, so I want to backtrack on that. Like, that was really kind of how I got really attached to this, is because his wife is getting so much slack.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so, okay, I'm going to tell you a long story.
Okay.
So I don't know, I think it was before the pandemic or maybe right during, I was having a conversation with my parents because they, like, I don't get to have a conversation with one of my parents. They're always on the phone together. And I was saying to my dad that I feel like it's annoying, but that I kind of want to take a break from dating because it's really hard to find somebody where you can feel like, okay, I don't have to wear makeup today. I'm not going to do my hair today. I'm just going to be me. Like, I feel like I always have to be perfect. Right. Mm-hmm. And my mom was like, I feel so sorry for you that you feel that way. And my dad's like, yeah, no, that's not a real marriage. He was like, you should be able to be yourself with whoever. Yeah. You know, so I get it. Her man's in the limelight, but she wants to wear her bonnet. Why can't she wear her bonnet? Like, she has his 2 children. She runs his house. She probably feeds him. She probably makes sure that his life is on track. She loves him. Who cares if she gets a pedicure? Who cares if she's wearing makeup on camera? Like, why is that a thing?
That's a good question. I think it was more so the image. Like, I think that probably added to the image. But I think it was, because when I saw it, it just looked like more like she was not. It looked more like he brought her onto the camera.
It was like, you gotta come do this video, girl. Come do this video. We need this money.
You know, so yeah, I mean, but yeah, to your point, you know, so if she's comfortable being that, then cool. But I have heard women say, like, you know, if that was me, I would have been, you know, dressed up to not to the nines, but I would have been looking attractive. Like, yeah, dude, this is who you cheated on. But
let's think about that, because Beyonce's been cheated on.
Yep, true.
Apparently, J-Lo's been cheated on.
Yeah.
Halle Berry's been cheated on.
Back in the day, Halle too. Ooh.
Yes. So what does that matter? Like, because at the end of the day, when they're at home and they take the makeup off, that's what they look like. You can put it on for the camera, but that's what they look like.
Wow.
I mean, that's who they married.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I never really I haven't really given it that much thought, but when you put it like that, that makes perfect sense. Like 90% of the time, that's they're going to be looking regular
at home,
look like themselves. You know, they're going to be comfortable.
Yeah, the mother of your children that's cooking your meals.
Yeah,
ain't got like all her lashes on. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just keep it real.
True that. Yeah. Because look, I need a shave right now.
Well, but that's the like, I don't know, whatever, double standard. Because men, they can gain their weight, they can do whatever they do. But it's like, oh, he's a relationship guru. He's this, he's that. Like, she's supposed to put her makeup on. She's supposed to be sexy. She's supposed to keep his interest. Yeah. Why isn't it the other way around?
No, not that. I think it was more so, they were talking more so that she was on the camera like that.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much like she's not like that all the time.
No, I get it.
No. Yeah, I think they were more like, you gonna show up on camera with the head bonnet on and looking like that?
But she was probably like, I'm about to feed these kids and you in here trying to get me on this video.
Could be, or I thought, yeah, it just, that image, the image didn't look good because it looked like it was, again, this is my just perspective, it looked like it was staged or forced. Like, he wanted her, like she didn't want to be on the camera.
That's the thing that I think I'm the most upset about is that so many women have commentary about her. He cheated. Exactly. He's asking her to do these things.
Yeah, and that's the other jacked up part. You know.
Yeah.
Dude, just
Like she deserves
Don't
some
be a
slack.
hypocrite, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's the hypocrite in this scenario, right? Like, she's just, I don't know. She loves him. She whatever, you know, whatever's going on in their relationship, that's between them.
Exactly.
But he's the one that made the mistakes, and he should get the slack for it.
Yeah. And then so that and the women he was messing with decided to put it on blast. So
I think people hype them up. What do you think?
What did you do, brother, to have her?
I think people hype them up. I really feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I've heard some of the interviews, and it's like they're calling them side pieces, and they're like, if somebody was like telling me, you're a side piece, you're nothing, he's got 2 kids, why are you this? Of course you're going to be like, no, I'm a good person. Like, he told me this. Yeah. Like, they want to tell their side of the story. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it just becomes so messy.
Yeah. And, you know, and that's on human nature is so crazy. But.
Crazy? Is that what you're going to go with?
That's the best one I can think of right now. But I'm like, dude, just, you know, people do dirty. So we can't throw they can't throw rocks at a glass house. But
I think we would find more value in him if he could just come out and say, I have this great life. I have this great wife. I have these great kids. But this is why I'm fucking around. If he could just, you know.
Or just come out and just say, you know what, y'all, I messed up.
Well, we already know that, though.
Well, yeah, but he's making it worse by covering it up and then talking about himself in the third person. I'm like,
I heard, I'm really late to the party because I heard in passing that he tried to have the one he was just messing with sign an NDA. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't hear that. I stopped even studying, dude, like after that first week of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got too much more to do in life.
I mean, you got it. Like, let her talk. Let her talk. You know what I mean? Like, the truth is the truth. Let it come out.
Yeah. They already know what you did.
And that, you know, that's her side of the story.
Yeah.
And you did what you did to her. Yep. Let her tell her story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's fair.
I think it is too. Like, how are you going to hit somebody with an NDA after the fact?
And after you done spilled the beans on us and you got cheated with her.
Exactly. Yeah. You have her sign an NDA ahead of time. That means she's doing dirt with you.
Yeah.
You have her sign it after the fact. You dirty.
Oh, well, I like that. Doing dirt with versus just being dirty.
Yeah.
I like that. Ooh.
He was definitely dirty.
He was definitely dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, bruh.
So does that mean that you're on my side when is it okay to cheat on your spouse if she's not keeping herself together?
No, it's not. No, I mean, no.
I feel like that's a fake no.
Yeah, no, because, you know, like you just said, you made a perfect analogy, an example. So looks don't have anything to do with it, with cheating. But to your point, you know, these glamorous women, like you said, Beyonce, J-Lo, and somebody else, you know, they're looking great out in public. But damn,
Jay-Z.
late Sunday morning or midday Monday, you ain't got nothing to do. You're not getting all made up. You gonna look good naturally and all that stuff. So, yeah. I think I got up on a tangent somewhere.
No, I mean, really, I think I've looked at Derrick Jaxn's wife, and I think that she
looks attractive.
She's a pretty girl. Yeah.
Low key, like.
I have no idea what she's wearing half the time, but she's a pretty girl. Mm-hmm. And I think even though this might sound funny, people might laugh at this. Yeah. You hope that people can see you for something more than what you look like on the inside. Definitely. Especially if you're raising their children and sharing their home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's totally because you see him the person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're married. That's not his booty call. That's not his baby mama.
That's right.
That's not his side piece.
That's not a one-night stand.
That's his wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he needs to really be looking at her for something more than.
Either that, or again, it might not even be about how she looks. It might just be about him, you know.
Oh, I thought you were going to go.
This thing to, you know.
I thought you were going to say she has a wop.
Oh, no.
It may not be the bonnet. She might just have a wop.
Leave that alone. I don't think.
I mean, he married it.
Kids. Yeah, I mean, they got kids. So. But yeah, I think that's just more on him. And you know what? It's their relationship. You know, God bless them. Hope it works out.
But I have one more question.
For the better. What's up?
Don't you feel like sometimes people, like, I feel like they just want to beat him up a little bit? Like,
yeah.
You tried to pretend to be perfect,
yeah. Well,
and here's 101 reasons why you're not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's deserved. So.
Do you?
Yeah, because he came across, as this righteous, not perfect, but self-righteous, brother. And he might have, done it in the past. This is how it used to be. Man, he was like really putting like, brothers on blast, men on blast. Females were eating it up. Ladies were eating it up. So, yeah, everything just got shattered. So from the male perspective, we're looking at him like, man, it's kind of like
selling us out.
Well, not even selling out, but the Kool-Aid you're selling, you're drinking your damn self. We found out you made the Kool-Aid, And for the women, because I think that's what caught my attention was like on Instagram, I saw like just a bunch of women's posts talking about if you people who have received advice from Derrick Jaxn want their money back, just like funny memes or little gifts or whatever they call those things.
One of my girlfriends had a meme that said Derrick Jaxn cheated on us all.
Ooh.
I was like, wow.
Ooh. But again, nobody's perfect. So, but he put this image out there to make money and to sell. And I think, again, if he got caught, the easiest thing would have just been to apologize instead of telling the world, and he got his wife there too. That was kind of a trip.
That was weird. So it was weird
there, and he's saying, "Yeah, I did this, I did that, and I did this," and she's just standing there, sitting there like,
That's the crazy part about it, right? Is because who knows? She might have already known. He might have been like, "Look, this is about to drop."
Yeah.
But then she had to sit there and hear it again. That must just, and then when the chick starts telling her story, she has to hear it again.
I didn't even know that part.
It just must be hurtful.
Yeah. But, hey, it is.
But he wasn't just cheating, right? Like, he wasn't like Kevin Hart, like, I'm on vacation cheating.
I think he had, like, neither side. That's what it sounded. That's what it sounded like.
Like, full-on relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they knew.
The chicks knew?
Yeah.
I think the last one's saying she didn't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know enough.
Okay, I don't either.
I'm hearing it in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like she's really like the one that's like talking the most because she's like, I'm a professional person. Like I thought we were kicking it and he was separated. But that separated thing is such a scam. I just cussed. I'm sorry.
You had to be divorced.
Hey, hello? Like been divorced.
Yeah.
Been divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it. It was like, oh, they're not even together. Like, they've been broken up for a month. Like, really? That's what you're going to roll with? Yeah. Not that I don't still feel bad for her, but, separated, 2 kids.
Yeah.
Come on now. What are your expectations?
If they were separated, then... if he was doing all their dirt while they were separated,
I don't think they were.
I don't think so either. I was just trying to throw out a little life string, but no, I think dude was a hypocrite.
Doing what he had to do.
Don't talk about yourself in the third person.
Okay, so one more thing. You know how Chris Rock says that men are only, well, did he say men? Whatever.
Some other friends.
No, well, basically he said we're only as faithful as our options.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, Derrick Jaxn's blown up,
Yeah.
right? So maybe he wanted to be a good guy, but like women are throwing at him like frisbees. They're like, what's up? Catch it.
No, that could have been.
I mean, not that that's an
that
excuse.
but that could have.
But you go into it being one person with one set of options, and you come out of it with a whole new set of temptations, right?
And that temptation is real. The temptation is real. So, yeah, I didn't even think about it from that standpoint. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, it doesn't really excuse him.
It doesn't excuse him.
Is that how he got into it?
But we're all imperfect, right?
We're all imperfect.
Yeah.
We're all imperfect. Yeah. So, again, I really haven't paid too much because there's so much going on in life right now that I'm not going to spend time on DJ. But I do pray that they get their stuff together and, hey, whatever resolution comes, pray it's in God's will.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they have 2 children.
Yeah.
And they have to raise these children.
They got to raise these children.
Yeah.
As long as the kids are looking after, that's a whoosh.
Can I just tell you that I love you for getting up this morning and coming to do my podcast with me? I know you didn't want to do it.
No, I did, but it's just like, whew. But it's had to get it.
But I just need to let everybody know that you had a really hard time breaking guy code. You're all about respecting dudes.
And I have not broken guy code.
And you came out here to talk about this with me, so I appreciate it.
Oh, it is my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you because I know you're a world traveler. So in your brief stop here in La La Land, thank you of all the people.
Tell me La La Land doesn't miss me.
La La Land misses you.
I miss it too. All right. So thank you for joining me on another episode of Crazy Random Cool. And I'll be back next week. Bye.